Hi everyone. So, am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So, first hour was there. It is 1 to 2. Yes, respond. What was the previous class?
It was a break, sir.
Okay. Okay. So, what was the count? If anyone tell, so that I will start the class. Now it is 48.
49.
Okay, I mean not for this morning sessions. Anyway, today we will discuss about the symmetric cipher model. So now we are moving to what is the cryptography and what are the characteristics we want in any cipher model, etc. We will see in today's lecture. Slowly we will move to the different types of algorithms, how to encrypt the data, etc. So so today the objectives are what is the model and what is the cryptography and what are the characteristics we need whenever we are trying to protect the data or to give some security to the data. And later we will see what are the attacks, security attacks we can say. So one is cryptanalysis and another is brute force attack. These are the two different types of attacks whenever we are giving the security to information or data. So the word that is symmetric cipher model or symmetric encryption means when we observe this model, so whenever suppose this is the sender side and this is the receiver side. So when these two entities are trying to exchange the information, if they try to exchange directly without encryption or without any process, anyone, the third person can easily capture the data and they can now use that information. So for that, what is this model is indicating is, so whatever the sender is getting the information from any resource will be called as plain text, which is in a readable format. So that information will be converted into ciphertext using encryption algorithm, and this is important, secret key. So these are the inputs. This is a secret key and the plain text is input for this block. We can say encryption algorithm, which will use the secret key and the plain text to convert into a ciphertext. So this is the output of this input side. So once it is converted into ciphertext, so it will be like a unintelligible format. That means we cannot read that format, right? So using some algorithm, so whatever the data is converted into some code. Now, whenever it is going to the receiver side, if a third person or anyone who is trying to attack, if they want to extract the information, so they need the key secret key or different the code patterns. So without that, they cannot observe the information or learn from the information. So, but how to the receiver said how he can get the actual plain text is the opposite operation, like input as a ciphertext to this decryption algorithm, and this is important. Whatever the secret key used for the encryption, the same key should be used for the decryption also. That's why it is called symmetric encryption. Same key for encryption as well as the decryption. So once it is used, the actual plain text will be received by the receiver. So is this clear? What is a symmetric cipher or what is the symmetric encryption means? For the sender and the receiver should use the same key for encryption as well as the decryption, right? That's why it's called symmetric. If they are using different keys, we can say asymmetric encryption, or we can say two-key encryption, etc. So that is about the symmetric. The model is indicating how the plain text is converting into ciphertext and then how to get back to the original plain text. The next is, these are the, we can say, basic terminologies. Plain text, we know, original intelligible message, so readable format, right? Encryption algorithm means, so yes, mathematical algorithms performing the, this is very important. See, it is, these algorithms will use either substitution methods or transformations, or we can say transpositions. The substitution means each element in the plain text will be converted into a different element. If A is there in the original message, it may be converted into some C, right? So this is the in the plain text, but in the ciphertext, it will be converted into some different element. So that is substitutions. Transformation means suppose there is a data, suppose HELLO. So this data will be rearranged. Our plain text will be rearranged. That is transformations. Substitution means each element will be substituted by other element. Then secret key means, yes, this is a secret key. Maybe it's not a single bit, etc. Single character, different this size. This is the input for the encryption algorithm. Ciphertext, we know, unintelligible message which cannot be read. Decryption algorithm means, so we should get back to the plain text. Some we know, right? So that is some basic terminology. Yes, are you following? Students, tell me. Respond in the chat box.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now we'll go to the main thing, the model. It is similar to the previous one, but in a different way. This is the plain text as an input. So that is my message X. So here the X may not be a single bit, right? If it is a single bit, it's very easy to transform or easy to detect also. It is a combination. So X1, X2, etc. Some X. So these are the elements in the message. It may be binary digits, it may be group of digits, etc. Group of characters. Now that is going to this algorithm. So this is advanced encryption standard algorithm he is using. See here, the key is very, very important here as an input. It may be again K1, K2, etc. some Kn. So this is the one input and this is the another input for this block, which is the encryption algorithm. So then it is converting into some ciphertext Y. E for encryption, K is the key, and X is the plain text or the input message. So this is the after conversion of the, after using the encryption algorithm for the input message and the security key. At the output side, or we can say receiver side, I told you we should use the same key. So the same key will be used for this ciphertext and decryption algorithm to generate the original plain text. D for decryption, K is the key and Y is the input to this block to generate the actual plain text. Now whenever this is happening, that actual message is transferring between these two, the third person's, we can say, opponent. So we will try to extract the information, learn from the information. He may use different keys or different tactics to convert this ciphertext to plain text so that he can use that information. So whenever it is happening, what are the security measurements we have to take, that we will see. I hope you are following. This is the mathematical, some expressions of encryption algorithm and secret key, and this is the plain text to generate the ciphertext. In the decryption side, yes, we have to generate the plain text as X. So decryption algorithm, same key as here, and this for this input is Y, that is ciphertext. Now we'll see some requirements and some categories or some characteristics. So whenever the algorithms we are using to send or to secure the message or information or resources, so we need two things. One is strong encryption algorithm. So what is the meaning of strong encryption? If this opponent try to decrypt the message, that is ciphertext to plain text, if he is trying, so that should not happen at any cost, which may not be practically possible. But if it is like that, then we secure the data or resources. So whenever any algorithms are designed or generated, there should be a strong encryption algorithms. Yes. So whatever the opponent is trying to do, that he should not able to decrypt my ciphertext. If that is happening, then we are designing the good encryption algorithm. Yes, right. Now, apart from this, see, good encryption algorithm means I told you that we need to use the substitutions or transformations, right? This is what is the algorithm we are using. Based on that, how we are generating the ciphertext, right? Now if this is a strong, if suppose if this algorithm is not strong, so he may able to detect. But even though this is not strong, let's say example, the algorithm is weak, it is not as strong. Yes, after few steps he may detect, but if we able to secure the key, then he may not decrypt the original message. So what I'm trying to say here is, this is the sender side and this is the receiver. So after the algorithm and the key, I told you that it is a symmetric cipher model. The same key should be used here. If I'm able to protect this key, which is not going to the opponent, so key is secure. So that key is only given to the receiver side using some secure channel. So still we can secure the information. We can give more security for the information if we are able to keep the key secret, right? The key should be in a sender or receiver. It should not go to any other person. If these two requirements are possible, then the opponent cannot detect the messages, right? Or it cannot decrypt the cipher text. Is this clear? The security requirements, strong encryption algorithm, and the secret key should be kept secret. So that should not be given to any other person. What is the meaning is, if he is able to get that key, he may not, he will always try to get the information whichever he is sending, because he is having the key, same key. And remember, the same key should be used in the sender or receiver for all the different messages, because the same key for the different encryption algorithms. Are you getting my point? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And remember, one more point we should remember here is, suppose this is 1K1 and this is X. So using the algorithm, advanced encryption standard algorithm, if I am generating Y1, for the same input and a different key, I can generate another ciphertext. That is also important. For the same message, two different keys will generate two different ciphertext, right? Clear? That is also one important point. So different keys will generate different ciphertexts for the same plain text. That means we are providing more security. That is the meaning, right? So that is about the key and the strong encryption algorithm for the security requirements. The next point is, what is a cryptology? Yes, this is we have seen in the basic terminology of this CNS course. So cryptography means converting plain text to ciphertext, enciphering, and the cryptanalysis means deciphering or breaking the code, right? Like like a security attacks. Opponent is attacking and using some processing. He is trying to decipher the ciphertext, right? So that is the cryptology. Now we'll see what is the cryptography, what are the requirements, or what are the categories, or what are the characteristics, and we will see what are the different types of this cryptanalysis or attacks. So whenever the performance of this converting plain text to ciphertext, I told you it's a cryptography. But what are the categories, or what are the dimensions, or what are the characteristics we need? So one is encryption techniques. So what is the encryption techniques? So I told you that substitution techniques and transposition techniques. So I can explain in a different way also. So what is that? Substitution means we are going to see this in detail. What are the different types of these techniques? Substitution techniques we'll see in the maybe in the next lecture. So as I told that substitution means, suppose this is the plain text. So you are given as my name is something, okay? So the substitution technique is, what is telling is, each character will be replaced, or each element in this plain text will be mapped into another element, okay? Suppose M is converted into A, Y is converted into some P, N is converted into some B, and A is converted into some H. M means again A, E means suppose some F, I some J, S converted into some R, etc. This is just giving example. So in the algorithm technique, or what are the encryption techniques we are using, so he is using this method, substitution, in the sense each character or element will be mapped into another element. So that is a substitution technique we are going to see in detail, right, for the different examples. Next, transposition or transformation. So transposition technique means whatever is there, my name is suppose Khan. So here actually transposition means it will be rearranged, right? Rearranging the plain text is called the transposition or transformation. So rearranging means we can go opposite way, N A H K etc. S I and so on. So that is the transposition technique. Is this clear? These two techniques are clear: substitution techniques and transposition techniques. Yes, respond.
Yes, sir.
All of you clear? I hope.
Sir.
Yeah. All are in active mode. Now that is about the not over yet, sorry. So that is about the encryption techniques, or we can say different algorithms. Now apart from this, we need to know about some secret keys, right? What are the how many keys we are using, right? So is it a single key or multiple keys? If we are using the same key for the encryption and decryption, or sender side or receiver side, we say symmetric encryption or conventional encryption, okay, or single key encryption. If encryption or decryption are using different keys, so sender side is using K1 and the receiver side using K2 to convert into plain text, then we can say it's a two-key encryption or asymmetric encryption or public key encryption, okay? So multiple keys or different keys for encryption and decryption. Same key, symmetric encryption. Then how the plain text will be processing, right? Is it element by element or block of elements? So if I am using block, we can say block cipher. That means the block of input elements. So suppose there are we can say different blocks are available. So each block will be processed at a time, right? That is a block of input elements. Maybe some A, B, C, D, etc. This is one block and so on. Okay, this is a block cipher. Stream cipher means one element at a time, right? So it's a stream of characters are coming, so one at a time, and it is a continuously happens. That is called stream cipher. So that is called plain text processing. How the plain text will be processed by these encryption techniques to convert it into ciphertext. So the one is block cipher and a stream cipher. Yes, clear? Encryption techniques, secret keys, and plain text processing in cryptography. Right. Now, what is the cryptanalysis? I told you that to decrypt, right? So this is one type of attack. We can say the method or processing is different for the cryptanalysis is one type of attack and brute force attack is different. We'll see what are those. Main objective of these attacks will be to recover the key. See, once I know the key, then using the same algorithm or knowledge of the algorithm, from the knowledge of the what is the algorithm used, we can decrypt the data. So the main objective of these two attacks will be to recover the key in that cryptanalysis. So in this attack, what is the concept is, if we know the algorithm nature, we can say what is the algorithm or what is the nature of the algorithm, and also we need plain text to ciphertext pairs. So if I know these two things, then from these patterns we can recover the key. I will give the example to get some clarity. Suppose this is one plain text example. This is one plain text 1. Suppose hello. For this is ciphertext 1, like OLLEH. Okay. And for the different plain text 2, suppose just my name. Okay. And this is converted into some ciphertext 2. So this is plain text and ciphertext pair, and this is another pair for ciphertext and plain text is what you can say. If I know these patterns, apart from this, if I know the algorithm nature, if I am using the AES algorithm, and if I know that AES algorithm nature, so based on these two, the opponent may extract the key or obtain the key. Once he know the key, that's it. He can decrypt the data, that is ciphertext to plain text, and he can make use of that information. That is the cryptanalysis attack. Now, what is this one? Is force attack means. So if he knows all possible keys, then so this is the ciphertext, and suppose this is K1 to some Kn. He will try K1. If not succeed, next K2 and K3. He will try all possible keys, right? Once it is matched, yes, he can decrypt and can read the information. But it is time taking, no? So how much time it will take, etc. We'll see in the table. Is this clear? These two? Cryptanalysis attack means by using the nature of the algorithm and the pairs of plain text and ciphertext, he can able to recover the key. Another type of attack is he will try all the possible keys. So whenever it is matched, he can decrypt the information. Yes? Clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now, so whenever the cryptanalysis attack is happening, so how can secure the information? So what are the characteristics? So one is whatever the information we are converting plain text to ciphertext, that should be unconditionally secure. What is the meaning of unconditionally secure? Means even though he know the nature of the algorithm or some portion of the information, but the opponent should not extract the information, or he should not what do you call decrypt the data. So that is unconditionally secure. It may not be practical, but some extent, yes, it may be possible. So unconditionally secure. And the next one is computationally secure. So that means in the what you call brute force attack, he is trying all the keys no. So he may take some time. So based on that, we can say it is a computationally secure or not. That is based on these two concepts. If the cost of breaking cipher is greater than the value of the encrypted information, then we can say it is a computationally secure. Or if the time of breaking cipher is greater than the lifetime of information, say to break the this ciphering, suppose it is taking 1 day, and the lifetime of information is maybe 2 days, then it is we can easily get the information by breaking the cipher. So always the breaking of cipher is more should be lifetime of the information. The lifetime of information is suppose 2 days, and he is able to break that in 1 day, then we can say it is a computationally secure. Yeah. So either one of this is satisfied, then we can say computationally secure. Unconditionally means yes, if he is having some information, he should not able to decrypt the data. So that is two things you should be keep in mind in the cryptanalysis attack is possible. Now we will see some examples of this cryptanalysis attack or cryptanalytic attacks. One is ciphertext only. If the opponent knows the algorithm as well as the ciphertext, then we can say that is a type of attack is ciphertext only. So in this, what is happening is, so it is very easy to, we can say, easy to defend actually, because the attackers know only some portion of the information. No, so right, he should be able to get the key, etc. So we can easily defend this type of attack. So because he know less information, but if he know more information, he can crack the code and he can get the key and he can decrypt the algorithm, right? And to get the actual plain text. So that is one type of attack. Another type of attack is known plain text. So known plain text means, so whatever the plain text, the actual message is known. So in this, what he knows will be what is the encryption algorithm and what is the ciphertext, and also some pairs of plain text and ciphertext, right, which are formed with the secret key. If he knows this, yes, after years observing some pattern, he can able to detect the key, or he may decrypt the ciphertext. Similarly, three more are there. Chosen plain text. So different plain text based on the what you can say conditions. If we know, if he chooses only one particular plain text, then also he may able to decrypt using the encryption algorithm, ciphertext, and what is the plain text which is chosen, right? And similarly, chosen ciphertext, similar to this. And last one is chosen text. So in this, what he knows: encryption algorithm, ciphertext, plain text message chosen by cryptanalysis, together with corresponding ciphertext generated with the secret key. So he knows plain text message as well as the ciphertext which is generated with the secret key. If you know all this information, it is very easy to get the keys or decrypt the ciphertext. So he can able to read the information. So these are the different types of cryptanalytic attacks. The last one is, I told you that is tries every possible key on a piece of ciphertext until he get the actual plain text. Right? That is called brute force attack. So that means on an average he has to go for the half of all possible keys. See what is that meaning is, Suppose it is a 32-bit size text is there, right? So 2 more 32 possible keys, different possible keys. Like example is suppose all zeros, 1, all zeros, but last bit will be 1. So this is two different, etc. In a 2 or 32 possible combination means now you can assume how much time it will take. So that table I am showing here, please see. So average time required for exhaustive key search. So 32-bit key, 56-bit key, 128-bit key, 168-bit key. So here, this is a double encryption standard, advanced encryption standards. For a 168-bit, he may use triple DES. We'll see what are these standards and algorithms later. So if you see here, 32 bits means a number of alternate keys will be like this, 2 power 32, 56 means 2 power 56 and so on. But if we assume that time required at 1 decryption per microsecond, right? Within 1 microsecond, suppose if I am able to decrypt 1, then it may require 2 power 31 microsecond, approximately 35.8 minutes required for this exhaustive key search. Similarly, 10 to the 4 decryption is required. How much time? For the 56, now you can see how much it is increasing. So it is very, very difficult to go for the brute force attack. Okay. Similarly, for 168, you can see 0. So 1 decryption per microsecond. Okay. So got the point. So how much time required when he is trying to go for this possible keys? If he is trying to go for one key at a time. For 1 decryption, 1 microsecond suppose. For this many number of bits and this many number of alternate keys, this is the time required. Right? I hope all the points are clear. So what are the attacks? One is cryptanalysis. So what are the characteristics required? Unconditionally secure and computationally secure. And these are different types of attacks, cryptanalytic attacks. In brute force, remember cryptanalysis means based on the nature of the algorithm, already here I told, based on the nature of the algorithm and plain text. Plain text, ciphertext pairs. If I know these two things, yes, he may recover the key. Brute force attack means trying all the possible keys. That is the two types of attacks. Then what is the cryptography? What are the 3 dimensions is? One is encryption techniques. So in these 2 different techniques are there: substitution techniques, transposition techniques. Substitution technique means every element will be replaced by a different element. Transposition means rearranging the plain text. Secret keys, 2 different. So one is symmetric encryption or a single key encryption or conventional encryption. If sender and receiver using the same key. If they are using different keys, so asymmetric encryption, public key encryption, 2-key encryption. And how the plain text will be processing will be block cipher. So 1 block at a time will be converted into the cipher text. In the stream cipher, every element will be converted using substitution or transposition technique. So this is, cryptology means study of the cryptography and the cryptanalysis. And this is the security requirements. There is a strong encryption algorithm, or the secret key should be kept secret. So it should be given to either only sender or receiver. These 2 fellows should have the key. If any other person taken that key, yes, he can read all the information. I hope all the points are clear. Any questions? Please ask if you have any question. If you did not understand anything, please respond. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
So, any questions? All of you, please raise your hand if you understood the concept, so that I know that yes, you're following. So whoever is raising, they are following. Whoever is not raising means they are in active mode. Yes, 41, okay. 66, 64, Unara, 65, 62, 61, 44, 46. Whoever is raised the hand, they will get the attendance. Remaining fellows, gone. Please. So they are not in active mode. Huh? Yes, roll number 36. Are you there? $65, 44, 19. Okay, if there is any question, you can put it in the chat box so that we can discuss. Okay, all of you who is there, please lower your hand so that the sequence will come. All of you, please lower your hands. $47, $33, please lower your hands. Yeah, no questions? Okay then. So I recorded who is raised the hand. The remaining people will get the option. Yes or no? Any questions, ma? Okay then. So that's it for today. I hope all the points are clear. So please revise one more time. And if you're having any question, we can discuss tomorrow's session. Yes? Clear?
Sure.
I may ask few questions. And I may revise one more time. Then we will start the substitution techniques tomorrow. So So 64, no, he's not having mics. 66, are you there? 65, 63.
Yes, sir.
63.
Yes, sir. 63.
Okay. Follow your Babu.
Yes, sir.
Clear Anni? Oksari
Yes,
revise.
sir.
No doubt unte. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. 61. 61. Are you there? 61, 60, 60, 58.
Sir.
Yeah, follow your above.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All clear, right?
Yes, sir.
So revise చేసుకోండి. If any question, you can ask tomorrow, right?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So roll number 19.
ఎస్ సార్
Yeah, follow your.
అయ్యాను సార్ ఒకసారి రివైజ్ చేసుకుంటా
Okay, okay. Right. 54. 54. Roll number 54. Roll number 50.
Sir, roll number 54, sir.
Yeah, why you came late?
Sir, power cut, sir.
Babu?
Power cut, sir.
Okay, okay. You were there initially?
Sir, first join అయ్యాను సార్ తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అవుతున్నా
Okay, okay. Okay, no problem. Roll number 10.
Yes, sir.
Okay, will you follow?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll ask few questions tomorrow. Please try to revise, okay? And any questions we will discuss tomorrow. So that's it for today. We'll see you in the next lecture. You can log out and join other lecture. Thank you.